Hi, Ross Dunn here from ShelterSEO. I'm here with the crew from Evernote, and I'm very pleased to have snagged them away from their entourage to have a quick discussion. With me is Josh Zerkel, User Education Specialist. How you doing?
Hello. Great. Thanks for having us.
Pleasure. And Erin Hall, Marketing Manager of Evernote Business.
Hello.
So, first I wanted to start off with a brief introduction to Evernote in case people don't really know exactly what it's about.
Yeah, sure. Evernote is a space where you can capture and collect everything that's important to you, whether it's clips from the web, photos from design ideas, scanned documents, really anything that you want to keep track of. You can keep it in Evernote and then find it on any of your devices really easily.
Okay. And how might an interior designer use Evernote to simplify their business?
So interior designers typically have lots of thoughts and ideas about design inspiration and ideas that they want to share with their clients. All of that can be collected into Evernote and then easily shared with their clients so that everyone can collaborate together in one central spot.
I think another way that it can help too, especially with designers, is they're getting inspiration from wherever they are all the time. So whether that's actually in a showroom, at a friend's house, on the road, traveling somewhere else, and so knowing that inspiration can strike wherever, and you can capture whatever that might be at any given point with Evernote is a huge tool. Just to know that you don't need to be in a certain place or in your work setting in order to be able to do your job successfully.
Excellent. Now, Josh, from a business perspective, I mean, obviously for creativity, I'm a power user myself of Evernote, I love it. But from a business perspective, what do you think might make their life easier using Evernote?
I think, as Aaron mentioned, the ability to really capture those ideas from wherever a designer happens to be is super important, because the last thing a designer wants is to not be able to store ideas that they have for potential client projects. So I think that's really powerful. Also, being able to share those ideas with the people who are important, whether that's other people on their design team, whether it's a junior designer or a senior designer on a project, or with their client, and being able to let those people see, not just tell them, but show them what they're working on or the ideas that they're collecting is really, really powerful.
Now, is there any barrier to someone who's new to this to share content with clients? Do you think that clients would not really know what to do? Is it a fairly simplistic process?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there's a couple ways that you can share in Evernote. So you can decide what's easiest for you as the power user, and then how does the person on the receiving end, what's best for them. So whether that's through email or directly as a link that they can use in a web browser, there's a couple of ways that you can choose to share that can make it easier for either you as the person sharing it or as the recipient of the information.
Also, one thing that's really cool is if you yourself as a designer have come up with a really great sketch for a room and you want to share it with your own community, you can share your notes directly onto social media directly from Evernote. So you can spread the word about what you're doing really easily.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I've been using it with my own staff. In fact, I use it to create my own to-do lists, and then I share it with my administrative assistant, and she can add to it and update it, and I find it immensely useful. So I think just from that alone, in fact, I was talking to Erin yesterday about I use a plugin called PowerBot for Gmail that I use to save emails that come in that are essentially tasks into my task folder on Evernote, so that I don't use my email as my task list. So anyone out there who's using their email as their task list, I find it counterproductive if you're busy, if you got a lot of emails. And Evernote has been it's been a lifesaver for me. So
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Actually, running off of that point, something Josh had made a point of yesterday that has really resonated with me talking with a bunch of designers here at this conference has been the idea of kind of meaningless email or email that really clogs your inbox, and being able to use Evernote as a tool to have an entire conversation from start to finish without having to, increase the volume of emails that you're having or add emails to long streams of, email streams that actually are important, but having a lot of kind of banter back and forth in between, and being able to have that conversation, whether it's visually or through notes or through collaborative, timestamps in Evernote, I think can also be a way that really can impact someone's business.
Yeah, because it takes you out of that whole, let's send another email method of doing business, and really makes it truly collaborative because you're having a conversation in one spot.
And what is it available? Is it available for PC and Mac?
Yeah, Evernote's available basically on every single device under the sun. So PC, Mac, if you're on the web and don't have the ability to install software, you can access Evernote there. On every single mobile device that's out there, Windows Phone, Windows tablets, BlackBerry, iOS, iPhone, Android, everywhere.
Wow. There you go. Now you can't say no. So, actually, to give some people an idea, what kind of costs are they looking at?
So Evernote comes in 3 versions. There's the free version, which is, as it sounds, completely free. You can do virtually everything in Evernote in the free edition. There's also Evernote Premium, which adds collaborative notebooks, offline notebooks. So if you're on a plane and want to continue working on your projects, you can access them there. There's some additional security features like adding pin lock on your mobile device and additional upload. And then if you're working in a company, there's Evernote Business, which lets you collaborate more easily with your coworkers and gives the company ownership over those notebooks.
So the premium is $5 per month or $45 a year, and business is $10 per user per month.
Can you tell us a little bit about Evernote Business, please?
Sure. So Evernote Business, as Josh said, is really Evernote and Evernote Premium, but it actually increases your ability to collaborate, and more probably importantly, depending on your business needs, it gives kind of a level of data security, data ownership, and business administration that might be helpful for your business. What we know, so in essence, personal notes are still in there, but then you have access to a business repository as well, and that way, no matter who's coming and going from your business, the business ownership and the business data that you've all been working on and putting a lot of time and energy in stays with the business no matter kind of who's coming and going. So if that's important to you, if you've got a lot of people kind of adding and contributing to the value of your business's content, and it's also helpful for you to have kind of an administrative console, an administrative look at the data, then business might be the right product for you. But ultimately, our goal is just to choose the best product that's whatever you're looking for. Hopefully you can find the right product feature with free, premium, or business.
Great. Thank you. So can you tell any of the viewers here what kind of new releases or updates could be coming down the pipe?
Yeah, we're always adding new features and making Evernote better. This year we're looking really to increase the stability of Evernote, make it really the best experience that it can be, along with enhanced collaboration further down along the lines later this year.
Anything more?
I don't think
like
we can
collaboration?
much more than that right now.
Coming from a user, it's like, what?
We really do want to hear from our users, so if there are things that you're looking for that matter to you, or if you really like one of the features that we have and want to see it enhanced, let us know, because that's one of the ways that we make decisions.
Okay, thank you very much. And finally, a little bit of a fun question here. What's the most obscure or frankly just awesome way of using Evernote that you've seen?
I mean, personally, I use Evernote for everything, and I find it really nice to be able to see cute baby animals every day, and whenever I get one of those emails that has like the cutest baby animal of the day, I clip it into Evernote, and I have a note filled with baby animals that every time I look at it, I smile.
Excellent.
I don't have a notebook of baby animals, although I do look at Josh's sometimes. I think we've heard, there's so many different ways that we've heard people kind of impacting their life through Evernote. So one thing I always love to hear is when people are planning, their future dream trips and, figuring out ways to capture beautiful pictures of the Galapagos Islands or places that they really hope to go to one day, and then actually using that to eventually plan their trip. From a business perspective, I think it's fun to always hear about users that are able to, make more impactful meetings because they're having conversations in Evernote and that make the real-time interactions a lot more meaningful. So I think although that might not be as fun, it's always, I think, it's a great use of Evernote as well.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that's really interesting and unique about Evernote is that for the people who use it, it's a tool that really matters to them. They put the things that matter there, whether it's personal like trips or inspiration, or work things that matter like what's working on in terms of the projects or agendas, whatever matters goes there, and that becomes a person's central spot, and we're really unique in that ability to do that.
Yeah, personally, I have a personal and a business area, not the official way, but my own area, and man, I take snapshots of anything I want from my wish list and add it to my wish list. That's fun. I mean, yeah, exactly. If I see something for my kids, I do the same thing, and I share it with my wife, so we can. It's made things a lot easier, and I have too much in my head, so it helps me clear my head and simplify life simply. And I really can't ask for more, so thank you.
Glad to hear it.
Thank you very much.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.
So thanks for coming today, and I guess you guys have both got a flight today, huh?
Yeah.
And where are you going back to?
Back to the Bay Area, San Francisco.
Rough. Okay, well, thank you for joining me today, and my name is Ross Dunn. I'm here with ShelterSEO at the Design Tech Summit in Las Vegas. Have a great day.